Lucy graphed the relationship between the temperature and the change in the number of people sledding at the park. The x-coordinate is the temperature in degrees Celsius and the y-coordinate is the change in the number of people who are sledding. Okay. Which quadrant would contain the point showing 8 degrees Celsius above zero? So the x-coordinate is, okay, so the x positive 8 is here, okay, and an increase of 4 people sledding. Okay, so if both numbers are positive, both on the x and on the y, we are in quadrant 1. Sledding, but I fail to see the logic if the temperature is 8, an increase, okay, okay, 8 and an increase. But that's for sledding, you need a lower temperature. Okay, so anyway, we are in quadrant 1. Okay, Patrick graphed, shown below, the high temperatures in degrees Celsius that he experienced on each day of his trip to Homer, Alaska. Graph the high temperatures experienced on each day of his trip. What is the meaning of point A? Okay, so if the x-axis is the number of days, okay, day number 1, day number 2, day number 3, day number 4. So on day number 4, the temperature was 7 degrees Celsius. Okay, so the high temperature on the 4th day was 7 degrees Celsius above zero. That is the meaning of point A. Okay, in the coordinate plane below, the x-axis represents the number of days after today. Okay, and the y-axis represents the temperature forecast in degrees Celsius. The points 3, 7 and 3, -3 represents the high and low temperature forecasts of the same day. Okay, so let's plot the points. 3, 7. So on the 3rd day, the high temperature is 7, and on the same day, the low temperature is -3. Okay. What is the difference between the high and the low temperature forecasts? Okay. So the distance from this point to 0 on the y-axis is 7 and 3 is 10. Okay, we can also view it as seven minus negative 3, which is 10. Because we have a distance of 7 on the y-axis from the point to the 0, and from the 0 to the negative 3 we have another 3, so 7 plus 3. So this count is 7, this count is negative 3, so 7 plus 3 is 10. Paul tracks his commute time. The coordinate plane below shows the sum of his commute times in the last 2 weeks. The x-axis of the graph represents the number of days before today. For example, -1 would represent yesterday. The y-axis, represents the commute time in minutes. 2 days ago, Paulo's commute time was halfway between his commute times 8 and 9 days ago. So 8 2 days ago. Okay, so 8 days ago, okay, let's see. Halfway between his commute times 8 and 9 days ago. Okay, so 8 days ago, his commute time was 24. Okay. So 8 days ago, his commute time was here. It was 24. 8 and 24 minutes. This is minutes. And 9 days ago, his commute time was 18 minutes. Here. 28 and 18 minutes. So halfway between 18 and 24, the distance between 18 and 24 is 6. 18 plus 6 is 21, so halfway is 21 minutes. So we need to plot a point on -2, which is 2 days ago, and 21 minutes, right? -2 and 21 minutes between 18 and 24, halfway. Commute time is halfway between his commute time 18, 19 days ago. Okay. So -2 and 21. So this is the point. -3 and 21. 21 is halfway between 18 and 24. Jerome graphed the relationship between the temperature and change in the number of people sledding at the park. The x-coordinate is the temperature in degrees Celsius, okay, and the y-coordinate is the change in the number of people who are sledding. Okay. Which quadrant could contain a point showing a decrease in the number of people sledding? Okay, so the two quadrants which have negative y are quadrant 3 and quadrant 4. Okay. Let's put it on the board. Okay, so y represents the number of people sledding. Okay, and this is 0. So which quadrants could contain point showing a decrease in the number of people sledding, which means we need to go below 0 on the y-axis. So this quadrant and this quadrant has negative numbers for the y-axis, quadrant 3 and quadrant 4. Rania graphs the relationship between temperature in degrees Celsius and elevations in meters in 9 different cities shown below. Okay. Okay, so for example, when we are in a city with an elevation of 6 meters, the temperature is 2 degrees Celsius. Okay. What was the temperature in the city with an elevation of -9 meters? Okay. Okay, so the only city with an elevation of -9 meters is this one. So the temperature, no, sorry. There's elevation, but they put the measurement of meters on the x-axis. Okay, so negative elevation is here on the x-axis. So -9 is here, and what? So the temperature here is 7 degrees Celsius. Okay, 7. So this is -9 meters, and the temperature is 7. Coordinate map of the local grocery store is shown below. Ice cream is located Ice cream is located at point -8 and 0. Ice cream is -8 and 0. Sprinkles are located at the point -8 and 6. Okay, so we are on the same point on the x-axis, and we have a distance of 6 between these 2 points. The first point is on y0 and the second point is on y6. Okay. How far is the ice cream from the sprinklers? 6 years. Good. Okay, so I've completed this section, coordinate plane, and in the next video I will take quiz 4, which is about the coordinate plane. Okay, see you in the next video.